The Math Curse by John Skeetsa and Lane Smith. On Monday in math class, Miss Fibonacci says, you can think of almost everything as a math problem. On Tuesday, I start having problems. I wake up at 7:15. It takes me 10 minutes to get dressed, 15 minutes to eat my breakfast, and 1 minute to brush my teeth. Suddenly, it's a problem. If my bus leaves at 8, will I make it on time? How many minutes in 1 hour? How many teeth in one mouth? I look in my closet and the problems get worse. I have one white shirt, three blue shirts, three striped shirts, and that one ugly plaid shirt my Uncle Zeno sent me. How many shirts is that altogether? How many shirts would I have if I threw away that one awful plaid shirt? When will Uncle Zeno quit sending me such ugly shirts? I'm getting a little worried. Everything seems to be a problem.
I take the milk out for my cereal and wonder, how many quarts in a gallon? How many pints in a quart? How many inches in a foot? How many feet in a yard? How many yards in a neighborhood? How many inches in a pint? How many feet in my shoes? I don't even bother to take out the cereal. I don't want to know how many flakes in a bowl. Mrs. Fibonacci has obviously put a math curse on me. Everything I look at or think about has become a math problem. I try to get on the bus without thinking about anything, but there are 5 kids already on the bus. 5 kids get on at my stop. 5 more get on at the next stop. And 5 more get on at the last stop. True or false? What is the bus driver's name? Mrs. Fibonacci has this chart of what month everybody's birthday is in. Which month has the most birthdays? Which month has the fewest? Why doesn't February have a W? Don't you think this chart looks sort of like a row of buildings? Do you ever look at clouds and think they look like something else? What does this ink blot look like to you?
The whole morning is one problem after another. There are 24 kids in my class. I just know someone is going to bring in cupcakes to share. We sit in 4 rows with 6 desks in each row. What if Mrs. Fibonacci rearranges the desk to make 6 rows? 8 rows? 3 rows? 2 rows? I count the 24 kids in our class again, this time by 2s. Jake scratches his paper with 1 finger. How many fingers in our class? Casey pulls Eric's ears. How many ears in our class? The new girl Kelly sticks her tongue out at me. How many tongues in our class? I'm about to really lose it when the lunch bell rings. Unfortunately for me, lunch is pizza and apple pie. Each pizza is cut into 8 equal slices. Each pie is cut into 6 equal slices. And you know what that means? Fractions. If I want 2 slices of pizza, should I ask for 1/8, 2/8, 2 slices of pizza? What is another way to say 1/2 of an apple pie? 2/6, 3/6, la moitié d'une tarte aux pommes? Which tastes greater? 1/2 a pizza? 1/2 an apple pie? We haven't studied fractions yet, so I take 12 carrot sticks, 3 at a time, and eat them 2 at a time. In the afternoon, every subject is a problem. Social studies is a geography problem. This Mississippi River is about 4,000 kilometers long. An M&M is about 1 centimeter long. There are 100 centimeters in a meter and 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Estimate how many M&Ms it would take to measure the length of the Mississippi River. Estimate how many M&Ms you would eat if you had to measure the Mississippi River with M&Ms. Bonus. Can you spell Mississippi without any M&Ms?
English? It's just a word problem. If mail plus box equals mailbox, does that mean lipstick minus the stick is just a lip? Does tuna fish plus tuna fish equal foreign fish? PE is also a sports problem, In 1919, Babe Ruth hit 29 home runs and batted a .322 and made $40,000. In 1991, however, the average Major League Baseball player hit 15 home runs, batted a .275, and made $840,000. So I want you guys to circle the correct answer for me. Is Babe Ruth less than the average modern baseball player? Is Babe Ruth greater than the average modern baseball player? Or is he equal to the modern average baseball player? Even in art, we finally get to relax with a connect the dot picture. Here's mine. Too bad it actually turns out to be a connect the ancient Mayan numerals picture. Math is just the total problem. Mrs. Fibonacci says there are many ways to count. She makes us give her some examples, right? Russell counts on his fingers like us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Molly says 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Mrs. Fibonacci says I always count 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. But on the planet Tetra, kids only have 2 fingers on each hand. They count 1, 2, 3, 10. And on the planet Binary, kids only have 1 finger on each hand. They count 1, 10. What are the next 5 numbers in each sequence above? Do you think Mrs. Fibonacci has been to the planet Tetra? And how would you bowl if you lived on the planet Binary?
We are just about to go home when Rebecca remembers the special birthday cupcakes her mom made. There are 24 kids in the class. Rebecca has 24 cupcakes. So what's the problem? Rebecca wants Mrs. Fibonacci to have a cupcake too. Everyone is going crazy trying to figure out what fraction of a cupcake each person will get. I'm the first to figure out the answer. I raise my hand to tell Mrs. Fibonacci I'm allergic to cupcakes. Everyone, 24, believes me and gets one cupcake. No one, 0, has to figure out fractions. I stagger out of school. I'm a math zombie now. I have to find something to break the math curse. I decide to try chocolate. My favorite candy bar is usually 50 cents. But guess what? Today it's on sale for 50% off. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, where a equals the number of letters in your first name, b equals your age, and c equals your shoe size. I decided to buy licorice instead. I pull out my money. I have a $5 bill, a $1 bill, a quarter, and a penny. George Washington is on both the quarter and the $1 bill. Abraham Lincoln is on both the penny and the $5 bill. So which is true? A, 1 Washington equals 25 Lincolns. B, 5 Washingtons equals 1 Lincoln. C, 1 Washington equals 100 Lincolns. Or D, 1 Lincoln equals 20 Washingtons. Don't forget to show your work. Extra credit? How do you think Thomas Jefferson feels about all of this?
I am now a raving math lunatic. What if this keeps up for a whole year? How many minutes of math madness would that be? What is your problem, says my sister. 365 days, times 24 hours, times 60 minutes, I snarl. Dinner brings no relief. While passing the mashed potatoes, Mom says, what your father says is false. Dad helps himself to some potatoes and says, what your mother says is true. I think about that for a minute. If what Mom says is true, then what Dad says is false. But if what Dad says is false, then what Mom says isn't true. And if what Mom says isn't true, then what Dad says isn't false. But that can't be true because he says that what Mom says is true, and she says that what he says is false. Can that be true? I think about that. Then I think about it some more. Then I think I better go to bed. I undo 8 buttons plus 2 shoelaces. I subtract 2 shoes, I multiply times 2 socks, and divide by 3 pillows to get 5 sheep. Remainder 1, which is all I need to count before I fall asleep. Then the problems really begin. I dream I'm trapped in a room with no doors and no windows. The room is covered with a lifetime of problems. I have only one piece of chalk. How do I get out? I'm about to give up and die when the answer to my problem comes to a fraction. I break the chalk in half. Then I put the 2 halves together. 1 half plus 1 half equals 1 whole.
I put the hole in the wall and jump out. I'm free! I wake up Wednesday morning at 7:15. Takes me 10 minutes to get dressed, 15 minutes to eat breakfast, and 1 minute to brush my teeth. My bus leaves at 8. What time will I be ready? 7:41. No problem. I've broken the math curse. I can solve any problem. And life is just great until science class, when Mr. Newton says, you can think of almost everything as a science experiment.